Hello. My name is Kelly Haynes, and I am a Shorecrest teacher, and my husband is also a teacher at Shorecrest. And I wanted to talk about the inappropriate fiscal narrative and the inability to fund critical student services. I want to share a very personal thing. My brother died recently from addiction, and I want to share that to express that these are real things that are happening in our world and people are impacted by it. And when we reduce services, critical services to people who need support, who need counseling, who need a mediator, somebody to get in contact with other support services, we are risking the lives of children, of brothers, of sisters, of daughters, of sons, of friends. And I want you to really think about removing these critical resources have real impacts on our communities, and we are facing real problems. We're a school where we teach standards and skills, but we're also a place where we provide supports and services, and we cannot keep cutting them. We cannot do it. I can't go into a classroom and be everything to everyone. All of my colleagues here and in the districts, we are not martyrs, we are professionals. We need to be treated as such. We need to be compensated as such. We need to be given resources so that we can do our job, do our jobs to serve students and serve the humans in our community. Please help us reach a fair settlement and in a timely manner so that we can go to school and learn and be together in community without a bunch of stress and tension. Thank you.
Focus their team at bargaining to reach the contract that's settled. This is a very important year, as you probably all know, because of the levy and bond year. And as a community member, it's a lot easier for me to go and talk to people about Shoreline and how great it is if there's not that PR or any kind of angst going on. So for me, I would love to see a contract settled quicker than sooner than later. And just from the PR standpoint, it would be great if we could all figure out how to do that as easily as possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Nicole Pilla, and I am both a staff member and a parent in this district where I've lived for over 10 years. It's been a privilege to live and work in Shoreline these past 10 years. Both my husband and I serve in this district. He's currently a counselor at Einstein, and I'm a dean at Cascade K-8. Our son Jamie is a rising 10th grader at Shorewood. I respectfully urge the district to collaborate with SEA to find a fair and equitable solution that enables the timely signing of this contract. Throughout my tenure here, we have consistently been asked to make concessions and to do more with less. While we are committed to supporting our students and families, we cannot continue on this path without compromising the quality of the services they rightfully deserve. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you take this matter seriously.
Hello, my name is Austin. I work at Shorewood High School as security, and I have a big concern on the fact that we have lost the position of the drug and alcohol counselor position. As somebody who works with, some of the kids that are more difficult, that position has been incredibly helpful for me, and I find it incredibly difficult, the fact that we're losing that position because they have done so much help for me and for the community. There are a lot of kids out there that are going through a lot of stuff, and some of them turn to problems. And without that position, I do feel like that there's going to be a gap in the wave that is not going to be answered, and I do not want to see these kids go through a lot of trouble, which I eventually will deal with, and we want best for everybody. We all do. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lucretia Jensen. I'm a third grade teacher at Ridgecrest. Also a parent to two children in the district, a rising eighth grader at Kellogg and a rising senior at Shorecrest. I just want to take a quick second to agree with Austin. It wasn't something I planned to say, but I know that my senior at Shorecrest was involved with a program that one of the drug and alcohol counselors did to prevent suicide. And with that person no longer there, that program is in question. So she's very disappointed. I also want to say that I'm a resident here and I vote in every election. And last night at our union meeting, I was pretty shocked to find out how many issues remain unresolved in our bargaining. And I feel like the district needs to stand by their agreements. In 2023, we agreed as a union to several contractual suspensions that were supposed to last for 2 years. That was, a total of 5.8 million back to the district. The understanding was that they would return those and not make excessive changes. But instead, it feels like they are making, well, it is for sure that they made changes to staffing formulas, which led to an increase in class sizes. They're also pushing during this bargain to extend cuts to our CBA. So I'm here to ask for an agreement to be reached swiftly between the district and SEA. We need district bargaining team to come to the table ready to make an agreement and not go back on those concessions that should be being returned. Speaking as a teacher and a parent, I really want our contract to get settled so that we can focus on getting ready for our students to start a new school.
I'm Lila Taddy. I'm our EP teacher at College Middle School. And just want to say that bringing our security monitors back this year is going to be phenomenal. Even school hasn't even started, and I can already feel the sort of like stress coming down a little bit. I just really want to speak to class sizes and our hope that our staffing ratios will be able to go down in the coming bargain, and really just encourage the district to prioritize that. I get to move in and out of a lot of classes in my job, and like support kids all over the place. And classes were so full last year, and we saw kind of unprecedented amounts of kids not wanting to go to class and refusing class. So just would love that to continue to be a priority and see some of those populations come back down.
I'm Nicole Stewart and I am a teacher at Shorecrest. 2 years ago, SEA voted to approve contracts that I also voted to approve, and I did it knowing that my job would become much harder. I voted to do that because I care about our students, and I thought that along with us, the district and the district leadership would do the same thing. That we would be focused on coming back to the ability to support all of our students thoroughly. That's the point of the school, right? Like we have money that comes in, that money belongs to our students. It's not meant to just keep sitting there building up a fund that just continues to grow. I understand that the money is difficult to like balance, but a lot of that money right now is not being used to serve our students well. We've lost our drug and alcohol counselor, which is a vital resource for our high school students. My class size right now is bordering on 40 for each of my classes, and they're not done adding in students. It's impossible to do our jobs as it is right now with the resources that we have. And we've seen lots of people that are incredible, talented educators that care deeply about our students who have had to leave or have been asked to leave because our school district can't pay them. I urge the board to focus on finishing our contract negotiations so we can start the school year without having to worry about all of the things that are happening around this. Thank you.
Clark Yeomans. I teach civics at Shorewood High School. And one of the things about civics is we try to teach about governance and how decisions that are made will impact the community tremendously. And one of the things that's been very frustrating the past couple of years is seeing how there has been a contract that has been signed with the agreement that the understanding that staffing and things like that would be returned to how they were. I have to say that it was immediate in the classroom, the changes in the student to teacher ratio. All of my classes were north of 32, 33, 34, 35. This year I've got 36 students in many of my classes. One of my colleagues had over 200 students in their in their 5 classes last year. It is impossible for a teacher to be able to do their job in order to be able to do the individualization that we all are aspiring to with each one of our students. We can't do that. We are continually asked to do more with less and less support, and the support through the drug and alcohol counselor, through the para support in the classroom, all of that has been impacted, and it impacts students directly. Thank you very much.
My name is Alana Cunningham. I've been a teacher here for 20 plus years. I have a freshman at Shorewood and a senior at Shorewood, so I'm also a parent. Doing some collaborative work with a colleague today. This colleague informed me that she has a class of 39 and a class of 42 at the middle school level. And it's just like impossible for me to wrap my head around that. Because not only does it feel like it's hard for students to learn and teachers to work effectively, it really doesn't feel safe. If you come in and look at that space, it is not appropriate. The district ending fund balance, to my understanding, is within the board parameters. We have extra money from that supplemental levy that puts the ending fund balance at around $9 million. I really want to see the district utilize that money to support students and lower class sizes so that we can do our jobs in a way that allows students to be safe and to be comfortable and to learn.
My name is Denise Peters. I'm a resident of Lake Forest Park, and I have 2 children who graduated from Shorecrest, went all through school and Shoreline Public Schools, who are of voting age now. So some simple math will tell you that there are 4 voters in our family. I'm asking you this evening to please clear up the fiscal narrative that you are sharing with the public. It is unclear, and it is not easy to actually figure out and understand the numbers. Please clean up the narrative.
And I'm going to actually ask you to pause because we want to check in on people who have signed in to comment over Zoom, which we shared, I think, before you entered the room. So I want to just check in for a second and see how many people are asking to provide comment first.
So far, 1.
Fantastic. Thank you. Please go ahead, Anne.
Hey, my name is Ann Dame. I'm the librarian at Einstein. I am super excited about this school year. I have been collaborating with Paul Witzel. We've got some fantastic plans about what we're going to do with our students this year. But I'm also very concerned that we do not have a settlement yet for our bargain. What are we going to do? We've passed the supplemental levy. We have gotten additional funding from the state. Anything that you can do from your end to help move things along, clear up the fiscal narrative, we would really appreciate it. We want to make this a great year for our staff, for our students, for our families, and having this bargain hanging open like this it's such a huge concern. And I know we all want the best for our students, and yet having this dragging out like this is not best for any of us. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Amy McClellan, and I've had many roles in Shoreline. I've been a coach at Tulsa, an admin intern, and I'm currently a teacher at College Middle School. And in that role, I have seen the work of many amazing educators and employees, and the dedication they have to our student success. Also, the board's dedication and superintendents. I know that is a value for you also. Today, I'm urging the board and the superintendent to encourage the district bargaining team to come to the table in good faith with the value of investing in Shoreline family and our community. I understand that there is a value in saving, a value in being really fiscally conservative. But this is especially important right now for our value to be investing during our current political climate where our democracy is being tested. Now more than ever, we need our students to be critical thinkers, to be kind, to understand what a democracy and what our Constitution is. We need to invest in our teachers, our educators, to be able to bring that to their classrooms and support our students furthest from educational justice and support all students in understanding our role as citizens. It is time to invest in us, in Shoreline, and our students and our Shoreline community.
Hi there, my name is Ebs Jamini. I'm a speech language pathologist at Edwin Pratt. And I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to hear us on my political faith, which I have been raised to give people the benefit of the doubt. However, it has come to our attention that the district has failed to be transparent about district finances. You've consistently and excessively over budgeted expenditures while not recognizing all the revenue sources. We know that numbers are numbers, and the way you frame them can send a different message. And this is very concerning because today I was going through my inbox of my email, and deleting things. And I mean, every email from our superintendent was doom and gloom. I mean, and I got stressed out about it at the time, and I sent you a personal thank you for all that you're doing. But I don't understand this disparity between what our union is telling us that we have these surpluses. And I believe that you want to do what's best for the kids, and through that, what's best for us, because we're going to lose really big people. I am so proud to be part of this district. I'm just 2 years in. I came from a hospital, and guess what? When I was hired, they said, we're happy to have you, but we've lost our funding for mentorship. So good luck. I mean, they said you're going to have some other people, but guess what? 2 years later, I'm needing that support now. And I wish that I would have had it in the beginning. If you take it away, you're going to have to pay back some other time. And I feel badly that I didn't have the knowledge I have now, even for my first year of kids. So please do the right thing. Let's invest in our students. Thank you.
I discussed a pause in person because more people got in line after the two that I paused with. And I want to turn to our people who want to provide comment via Zoom to ensure they have. So, can you assist the people via Zoom?
Sure.
Thank you.
First one will be me.
We now have more than one person via Zoom. David, you'll be moved into participant. You can unmute your and you'll see the light separately.
Thank you. Hello, my name is David Brown. I am the head day custodian at Shorewood High School. I've been a Shoreline employee for almost 20 years. And I'm calling regarding the reduced educational program that's being made to our warehouse department through that program that looks like it's moving forward. We only have 3 warehousemen at this time, and the job is just way too busy for 2 people. And, Lord forbid something happens, one of them gets an injury or is out sick, vacation, etc. You can't work with 1 warehouseman in the district, and you can't bring a substitute in to help because those substitutes need to be trained for that kind of work. You can't just throw anybody in there to work in the warehouse. I think the action of cutting that position and all the moving around and, different jobs going to different people is just way too much action for the reward you're getting. So you're really not saving a lot of money at all for that. The person being cut, his name is Rayla, and he is one of the top standing people that I work with in this district. He's a hard worker. He's got a great attitude. He's dedicated, and we certainly don't want to lose employees like that. We want to be able to keep those. So, I think with all the big events that the district has, whether it's homecoming, graduation, testing, booster auctions, there's just no way the district can get by with 2 warehousemen. I'm really passionate about this, and I've really been pushing it all summer long, that we really should have 3 warehousemen, and I hope we can find a way to keep that position moving forward for the 25-26 school year. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And then can we go ahead and, with the second person in the stream, and we'll return it if there's no.
They're in the meeting, so they can unmute and talk.
And it looks like you've been moved into the meeting as a participant, so when you're ready, if you.
Yep.
Okay, great. Here we go. Thank you.
Hi there. I am Anna Crocker and I work at Einstein. I have worked in Shoreline since 1997 as a substitute teacher and was hired on at Einstein in December of 2000. Shoreline is a place that I love and that I'm so proud to tell people that I'm a teacher in the Shoreline School District. I was so excited to come back to school on Monday. We were doing our training and we were talking about stations, getting kids into stations. And as Clark and Alana have mentioned, that discussion felt really disingenuous to me because stations, kids need to move around in stations. And last year, my classes were 36 kids. And when you have 36 kids in the class, it's not possible to do that. Please reconsider lowering our class sizes, bringing library supports back, all the maintenance people back. I know our guys are so stressed out. Everybody's stressed out. I really urge you to pass this contract quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Adam, is there anyone else I assume?
Not yet.
Thank you. We'll resume in person. And we have, a few minutes remaining.
Okay, my name is Stephen Trent. I am a resident who moved to the district for schools, a voter, and a recently married spouse to a Shoreline School District educator. I was proud to pass the levy earlier this year, and I am a Boeing engineer and a SPA union member as well. I acknowledge the difficulties that comes with bargaining, both sides having valid points. However, it only works when both sides come to the table and work to ratify a contract agreement. I urge the district to use our taxpayer dollars to reach a fair contract as soon as possible to take care of our staff and students.